are no more a man and a woman. You are now husband and wife. And if you are truly husband and wife, you need to be bonded together. You need to have an emotional bond, an emotional connection, an emotional togetherness. If these things are lacking in your marriage, any of the parties will have a tendency of seeking those things outside. Today we will look at some reasons why there are extramarital affairs. The first one, early marriage. Some persons who marry at their early 20s do see it that when they are now getting to the age of 30, 40, that there is something that they lack. There is something they were supposed to do in their 20s which they failed to do because of early marriage. Now in their 30s and 40s, they will begin to go back to those things they failed to do in their 20s. Oh ya ka o ji abụ emeziasị na nwoke na-agba n'ilo ma na nwaanyị na-agba n'ilo ka o jee nwee experience afọ o nwere oge ọ nọ na 20s. O nwere ike o mebe the boyfriend girlfriend things, ọnụa di ọnụa nwunye, so ọ ya like ọ na-achị azụ mee ife ahụ ibie mere oge fano in that same age. Another reason may be married for wrong reasons. Sometimes pressures from families, pressures from the society. Maybe if your mother will be telling you, don't you see that this your girlfriend has married? Don't you see that this your boyfriend has married? The father may as well be telling you, as a man, go and marry. Go and marry. Putting pressures to you. Now, in that pressure, you go and marry. As a man, you may find out that that lady you married as your wife is not the suitable person that you were supposed to marry. But you married the person out of pressure. You married the person without being in courtship with the person before marriage. That is why it is advisable that you go into courtship before marriage. Gị na onye na-achị no kwesịrị ịba into courtship, una ya ọfụma ịmara ife niile gbasara the person should know everything about you. Because ebu na emerio na una ba into the marriage. Now, in the middle of the marriage, either you as a man may find a fault in that woman. There is a lack you may find in the woman. As a woman, you may find a lack in the man you are marrying as your husband. Now, when you find that lack, you see it again in another woman if you are the husband. You may see it again in another man if you are the wife. Then, when you find it in another person outside, you may try to explore that thing you are seeing in another man outside to know whether it is real. And then, trying to find out if it is real, it may end up in extramarital affairs. Another is inability to deal with changes. This may be as a result of when there is loss of life of either of the partners, when there is financial breakout, when there is illness in the family. If this person is not well groomed, if this person has not attained an adult age, the person may begin to seek solution outside. Most of the time, you hear that ụfọdụ ụmụ nwaanyị difa nwụ na-agba n'ilo. Ife ha ji agbalu n'ilo bụ they cannot withstand the loss of their husband. They cannot withstand the absence of their husband. They cannot fill the vacuum the husband has created, either in their sexual life, either in everything concerning the requirements of the family, provision of food in the family, provision of needs of the family. So now they begin to seek for the needs, the solution outside in another man. When a man may lose his wife, this as well may happen to the man. If the person has no self-control, if the person has no control over his sexual life, he begins to look for a woman outside. while the children are there in the house. Another is becoming parents. You know, when you see a newly married woman, and now you know all the physical features found in a woman, everything is still in order, intact. You see her still having her breasts well pointed. But you know, when she gets pregnant, everything will fall. The danger of going into pregnancy. And as a man as well, when you get married to a woman, you are no more a single guy. You are no more an unmarried guy. All these things are challenges. Becoming parents do contribute to extramarital affairs, because everybody will always like to remain single. Nobody wants to become old. Your notion of not being old will as well contribute to extramarital affairs. You as a man going outside to continue your sexual relationship with ladies. As a woman again, you will continue to go outside to look for men, seeing it as you are still in that your normal sexual relationship and not yet a mother. Another point may be physical dissatisfaction. You are dissatisfied with the physical features you are seeing in your husband or in your wife. That is why it is necessary you go into courtship. When you are into courtship, you go deeper to know your partner. If there is no courtship before marriage, there is a tendency that these partners may end up in extramarital affairs because they are not satisfied with what they are seeing as the features in either of the partners. Another is emotional disconnect. This emotional disconnect will be found when there is a disconnection due to lack of time, lack of communication in your marriage. So both of you are supposed to be sharing emotional connection. You need to be talking to each other. You need to be laughing together. You need to be sharing ideas. Both of you need a bond. You are no more a man and a woman. You are now husband and wife. And if you are truly husband and wife, you need to be bonded together. You need to have an emotional bond, an emotional connection, an emotional togetherness. If these things are lacking in your marriage, any of the parties will have a tendency of seeking those things outside. If the person should see it outside, either in the former boyfriend the person we are having or in the former girlfriend the person was having, if the person should see it, the person will go back to that person and then continue with the relationship or with their affairs. Now, coming back to the house, the person is only there to be reproducing children and not to be giving you the love, the togetherness, the relationship that is supposed to be found in a marriage. So, if any na abu nsogbu a na-enwe, either na nwoke na agba n'iro na ọ na nwaanyị ebidozie gbaba n'iro.